Hello everybody and welcome to this K2 supply chain conversation with Oliver from Clapham Relocation in Germany. Oliver, welcome.
Thank you, Gavin. Happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
You're most welcome. So I'd like to ask you just a couple of questions, and I'd like to start with kind of getting a sense of, what's your aspect and opinion of the challenges of working in the mobility sector as a destination services partner in Germany and across the mobility?
Yeah, I think as a destination service partner and provider in Germany at present, as in many regions in the world, the most challenging thing is the housing market.
Of course.
Rental markets collapsing in Germany. You might have heard about the news. Social economy and political environment is not the best in Germany as well. So the government has to define themselves a little bit further and to develop the market in this direction. We have a decrease of rental market of apartments and construction buildings by more than 50%.
Okay.
So we are back to construction numbers like 1991.
Okay.
So that's not a very positive development in Germany, and we have a mismatch by clients and customers' requests and desire to the reality, and we have to manage all these expectations. That whole team put every efforts in expectation management.
And as I said, when I was in Munich end of last year, I got a sense of that as well, the shortage of properties, so that was interesting to see. So
yeah, that's horrible.
And then I'd like to get also a sense of, we've you and the team's experience of working with our team, the K2 team, and also with our supply chain reimagining that's happened, to get a sense of how that's impacted you and what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I can just tell you very positive things. I receive all the time very good feedback from my team about the relationship and the cooperation with your relocation managers teams, and that's just great. Independent which account, it works fantastic. They have they tell me about a similar philosophy of working and delivering services. So that's just great. I think it's a good fit. We also see that there is a very personal touch on the service delivery aspects, and also the engagement with interviews and briefings. So there is a lot of support from your guys to our team. That's fantastic.
Good to hear. And again, that was one of the synergies that we thought working with you guys. There was a similar philosophy, and I'm glad to see that kind of translates as well.
Thank you.
And in regards to the kind of reimagining piece, what's your thoughts on that?
It's a natural and logical development. I think there had to be at some time a split, and there is more concentration on the essentials of every part in the and focus of the team. I think it raises partnership. We have dedicated persons with whom we can talk on each topic, so that's helpful.
Brilliant.
And works well.
Fantastic, great. And now I'd like to get a little bit of a sense of your what you're seeing with technology in regards to things like AI within the industry, but also some of the developments within K2, such as our AP portal that we've launched recently. And what's your experience with that? How's that working for you guys?
I thought you were asked these questions. Technology is an important topic. We all have to think about that. In regards to AI, we have to see how it will be possible to implement it into standard routine processes. We don't see it as, let's say, a service delivery item like a chatbot or something like that. We still believe on very personalized and hands-on services. So I don't think that this will change also in the future. However, it can help to support our processes and the team with standards and routine processes. So that's good. How we do that, we are still thinking on that to implement it, but we observe and also think about how to do this. In regards to your implementation of the AP portal, well, that's good. It's helpful to us. Our accounting is happy because they see immediately when exactly when invoices will be approved, and this is quite fast, within 1 or 2 days, I've been told. And we also see when it will be paid. That's also within a standard process. It's a secure and safe system, two-factor system. That's good as well, and very visible and transparent.
Brilliant, fantastic, great. And just quickly, another point, just wanted to ask you on APIs. Is that a conversation you're having with any of your clients around that integration piece, and what stage are you sort of with those conversations?
Yeah, we have these kind of conversations already for a couple of years. We see difficulties to develop these because of data integrity. Not everybody likes to open their system for such API solutions, because it's then accessible, but still there is a big need for it, because we as a destination service provider, we feed so many systems, our own of course, and from different clients as well. So it would help if we have APIs in place in order to facilitate these let's say, these reporting processes. Yeah, that's certainly something we have to think about.
Fantastic, okay. And what are your thoughts around sort of the future of the industry? What key changes are you seeing? What are those conversations you're having with other clients around, what could be those driving factors for 24 and beyond?
Well, we all experience that since the pandemic time, work models have changed. Also, not everybody knows exactly where to go. Or where it will end, and at present we experience big hesitation and also so hesitation and also uncertainty within HR departments with our clients and corporations we work with. We will certainly have an impact within the mobility industry. It will not be less; it might be different as we experience through decades that we have to undergo changes and adaptation processes all around. Packages might change, they are more on the spot, they are smaller, they are quicker, and we experience a lot of these kind of lump sum or flex packages where there are essentials paid by the client and lump sum or point systems used by the employees. However, mobility will, in my opinion, not decrease. There is still a high demand. We have a lack of skilled workers everywhere in every business sector. Recruiting needs to happen outside the country. A corporation has to attract and to retain talent. They have to deliver something, they have to offer possibilities and support. It's requested also by new talents and new candidates. So it's a high competitive market in every sector. So I think our business will be needed also in the future. And looking also into a last evaluation or survey by a German magazine, they found out that new, younger talent and employees, they are asking for possibilities to go outside, to be transferred, not career-wise, but in fact just to experience being somewhere else as a part of their work life.
Absolutely. Well, so that's key, isn't it? So
it is, of course. We all have to think about that.
Indeed. And what about things like, have you noticed a trend to moving towards one-day initiations for services, and how does that impact?
As I mentioned, packages will become smaller, but gives us also opportunity that the corporation might spend more packages and more initiations for also other levels of employees and transferees. I think that's also for us a good opportunity. Also, we are not happy with a one-day package. We all know that the full service cannot be packed into a one day. We have to manage these expectations and to give a frame on what can be delivered and to make it really very transparent and clear to clients as well as to customers.
It's a challenge.
that's a challenge for the whole team, and again, not the whole team is happy about.
Brilliant. And finally, I just wanted to talk around one of the key objectives for K2 and a lot of organisations, particularly with K2, is around our ESG and our sustainability. I just would be interested to know what Clapham are doing in that space, and again, kind of what you see the future for those conversations.
Well, Clapham, we started to think about that when these topics came up and have been discussed all over the world. In all kind of businesses. In the service industry, it's a little bit difficult to think about sustainability. No, not sustainability, but let's say concentrating on carbon footprint, for example. And but however, we wanted to review our services, our processes. We looked at all that, and since 2020, we started to also measure and calculate our footprint according to the greenhouse gas protocol. Retrospective from 2019, from scope 1 to scope 3. So it means we have also implemented policies and guidance and guidelines into the purchasing of our goods and energy, and not only the mobility. The mobility has, of course, the largest impact on the carbon footprint. We are trying to reduce all that. We have, of course, also our targets.
Indeed.
That not only to minimize, but to become almost neutral. This is difficult, certainly in the mobility sector. There are possibilities by compensating it. We try not to compensate, but to be transparent that we want to reduce it. We do that, by the way, throughout these last years, always something around 15-20%. So maybe we have a chance to become completely neutral. If not, we might have to compensate as well a little bit. We are anyway investing in marshland renaturization in Germany, in the north of Germany, and have some plots there where we help our nature to compensate.
That's really interesting. Brilliant. Fantastic. I mean, I think we're also really keen to partner with you further on that, and our team, our own ESG team here, is always there to help and have those conversations. It'd be really interesting to get that data from you as that develops. So really interesting. Oliver, thank you so much for coming in. It's been really fascinating. Thank you so much, and thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation once more. It was a great opportunity to discuss these topics.
Thank you.
Thank you.